What's up, summoners? KingBlair here. Today, we're going to be talking about how you should be approaching your Guild Wars fights, and we'll put some of these thoughts into practice with my own battles. So if you like the video and want to see more, make sure you like, subscribe, and join the Discord server. Y'all, we have been doing amazing and we've been growing so much. We're almost at that 3K mark, and I am so excited to continue on this journey. So make sure you click that subscribe button, and we'll do so many more fun videos in the future, such as the cooking ones and more guides and more of good stuff. But enough about that. Let's get to what you came here for. How you should be approaching your Guild Wars fights. So one thing, I am in a top 100 guild. We usually do better. Right now we're a little bit on the lower side. But if you've ever seen Guild Wars for the top 20 guilds, you see that they always win all their fights, right? You wonder, how are they doing that? Is it because their units are OP as heck and have the most insane gear in this planet? Yes, but also no, because they're fighting against people who may also be stronger than them. But the way that they are winning so many fights is by playing with teams that are consistent. And that's the thing that I want to talk to you guys about today. Consistency in Guild Wars. A lot of people like to cleave, myself included. I like to cleave Guild Wars because I just want to pop in, get my Guild Wars done, and move out, right? But if you're trying to improve as a player and trying to get more wins in Guild Wars, you need to start thinking about ways that you can win without relying on RNG. If you lose a Guild War because a Rylet dodged every attack, you shouldn't, because you should never rely on you hitting a Rylet. You should have a team that consistently kills out Rylet and is able to take him out of the fight early on. You can rely on a little bit RNG. Like, I still rely on a little bit RNG, but it's controlled, and there's several ways for me to win. It'd have to be a terrible game. But top level players don't do that. So when you start thinking consistency, you start seeing why certain units are so good. And let me go really quickly over these units, because it'll kind of get you in that mindset. I may not have all of them, but I do have a couple of them. So for example, someone like Craw is insanely consistent because he can tank so well. He's not going to be getting killed, and he will take out a target, get himself a barrier, and continue on the fight. That's the type of consistency you want. He doesn't rely on RNG. He doesn't care if he misses on a Rylet. He's not going to die to random RNL procs or random double Charles tapping him. He won't die because you should have a tanky Craw. Another hero that is very, very well known for Guild Wars for being insanely good is units like Dark Corvus. Why is Dark Corvus so good? Because he's going to kill anything as long as he has a soul burn. So you pair him up with a bunch of tanks and healers, he won't die, but he will kill their team no matter what. Zero RNG required. And that is so important when you are doing Guild Wars. And now you may be wondering, King, I don't have all these consistent units, so what am I supposed to do? Well, there's other techniques that you can use to beat certain teams. And I know a lot of people do struggle against units like Rylet in Guild Wars. So there are other units and other ways. You don't have to just tank up, right? I personally don't tank up as much. But I'm just getting you in that mindset of consistency. So when you approach a fight, the first thing you want to see, okay, so I picked this one out, and we'll try to do two so you guys get several examples. But when I see his first fight, the first one I see is Kayron, Tisuren, and FCC. So I know Kayron will always target Earth or will target the lowest health unit. I also know with some certainty that this Tisuren is going to be hitting pretty hard. I have to assume that she is on basket. So I have to assume she's going to be getting basket every single freaking time, right? But I do see he has no way to cleanse and he has no way to do anything, right? So I can probably take a pretty tanky team against this. Against the second team, this guy has a lot of damage, but both his damage dealers are going to be dark units. This is why units like F Maya, and you may be wondering, I don't have F Maya, I don't have Ruel Light, how am I supposed to tank this guy, right? Let's say you don't have Ruel. Well, there is a 3-star unit out right now that you can build that can tank dark units and teams like this like a boss. And that is going to be Doris. So I don't think I have her here. I know I have her, I just maybe haven't built her yet. But someone like Doris, let me double check if I have. I'm pretty sure I have a Doris somewhere in the depth. So Doris, right? Completely free to play unit that you can be building right now that tanks dark units like a boss. You put your Doris in here, 100% of the times, these three heroes will be attacking Doris. So you have a reliable tank for these heroes for the second team. You are going to be winning like crazy. It's a free win. It's a free win if you have a Doris against this team because you know you can predict the outcome. If you try to do a cleave like with Melissa, what if this Rylet is a 270 million speed Rylet? Like, it may not happen, But if it does, you lose, right? So why even consider cleaving this team when I can just slap on my Doris, tank everything, and win the fight, right? So that's the type of consistency you want to start thinking about. Because I don't have Doris build, and I should really build her if I want to do better in my guild, I'm going to be using General Purgus, who is on Proof of Valor, that should easily be able to tank these units out. Now, for the top team, I know Kayron will never go onto a water unit if I put any other unit to tank him out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to be putting someone like Dizzy. Then, to deal with the debuffs, while it's not as consistent, I know a Tywin has health, has ways to deal with this T-Surin. We can tank it out. And then last but not least, I need something to be able to tank out the Kayron, right? So that's the more dangerous one. Because if we don't tank the Kayron, we are going to be losing. We need to survive that initial Kayron burst with the T-Surin. So it's going to be FCC, T-Surin, and Kayron. And Kayron will try to kill with an Elias Knife, right? So I know a lot of these. So I can run different scenarios, right? I can try to see if I want to put an Earth hero. I don't have an Earth tank that can tank him. So what are my options, right? I have to start thinking, and I need to see, okay, how can I deal with that? I could change the A Tywin for something else. If I wanted to, what I might do, and what most likely I will do, is I can pick someone, and this unit is also very consistent, which is one reason she's so good for Guild Wars. A Rella Light, and then have the Kayron go onto a bait unit that will definitely be lower health. And in this case, we will be using our Ravi, right? So I know Kayron will most likely go into Ravi because this T-Surin will chunk our Ravi enough, as well as the FCC. And worst case scenario, if it doesn't, she will go onto our Ruel. So I'm pretty sure we will be doing pretty good, right? Okay, so we're chilling, right? So for the second team, we have our light tank. We need some AoE to reach the Spectre Tenebria. And honestly, we could just put more AoE, honestly. Or we could put someone like a Falconeer Clury. If we don't want to gamble against this Rylet, we will put the F Clury, right? So let's do it this way. And I know this Terranor Guard will go into Kayron, but Kayron should be able to survive. Probably will be a fast Terranor Guard. But we should be okay. Everything should be fine. So now let's put those actions to practice. But these are the type of teams that are consistent, right? Even if Falconeer Clury misses, we still have our General Purgus tanking both these units. So it should be okay. And we have a Kayron that can survive S3 from the Rylet. So we should be fine. The first team, we should also be fine. We do manage to outspeed, which I'm surprised about. We should not have been able to outspeed that. We do take away his... Wow, that's a really slow team. So it's gonna go on Royal. Royal should be beefy enough that she should be able to survive. Let's get rid of this. We also didn't get the stun, but again, I shouldn't be relying on the RNG, right? I shouldn't be relying on Dizzy landing random S1s. I don't think his Kayron kills our Rella Light. No knife either, so he shouldn't kill, but if he does, we might actually have to surrender. So he doesn't kill, right? So it was scary. Yes, very scary. But now we can just... I think S2 should be enough. Actually, let's just S3. No, let's S2. Let's S2. Alright, because our Dizzy will go before his Kayron. Alright. And let's use the S3, see if we can get a nice stun. I'm not too worried. We might lose Ruel, but we should be able to still win this fight pretty handily. We do land some stuns. And right here, we do have Dizzy doing the S3. So nice and consistent. We land that debuff on the Kayron. That Kayron should not be a problem. We will have to pop the S3 from the... Oh wow, he got another greater attack. He's getting some nice hits off. Alright. We will pop the S3 early. Just because we don't want to lose Royale. And Royale should be able to cycle enough in this fight. And we do want to hit the Kayron here to pop him back to proc his passive. Since we don't want him to take away the other thing. Again, we shouldn't be relying on stuns. Let's give ourselves more turn though, because we do have Layla Violin. We should be able to strip this Kayron and get the win. So we do strip the Kayron. And now we can just bop here with the Ruel, and we win. See? It looked scary. Worst case scenario happened every time. He got Alexa's basket every single time, and we're still going to be winning pretty handily because we brought in units that are consistent, right? So hopefully that kind of showed you guys the the not relying on RNG. Our Robbie didn't land a single time. He could have proc T Surin. He also did get a dual attack with T Surin, and our Ruel was able to survive. So again, we did a good job. We brought a good team that is going to be winning reliably, right? So that's all we needed, and from here it's just gonna be how long is it until we're able to kill this T Surin. But yeah, a little bit scary. It was worst case scenario. The Charon got the S3 off. He got a greater basket proc. He dual attacked with the FCC, but we still won. We didn't lose a single unit. Why? Because we knew that we had a Dizzy that will always land those deep. Well, not always, but very, very likely land those debuffs. And we have Ruel in case things went very wrong for the rest of our team. And this should just be a cleanup with the Robbie. Nice. All right, so we did good. So now let's see the second one. We still have a chance to lose if we just get outgeared. But it's looking to me like it's going to be an easy win, right? So we can just S3. Even if we miss here, we still have Charon. We still have everything. We don't miss. We even get Alexa's basket. And it doesn't matter because I know that S3 on the Tenebria will go onto our General Purgus. And it's nice. You know, it's nice knowing what's going to happen. So I knew right away it's going to go in here. He gets the stun. It's whatever. We don't need any of that. That's a really tanky Terranor guard. Tanky Stene too. He does get the strip, which kind of sucks because that means we don't get the AoE here necessarily. But we do get the S3 with the General Purgus, which should hopefully stun, right? We still are fine because we have Charon. We have a lot of ways to not die here, right? So it's a good time. And we do now have the buff from the Charon, and because we just outspeed, now we just win, right? So nice and easy. Again, no RNG related. I knew what was gonna happen the whole time. Minus the dispel the debuff. I forgot about that one. But I did have the General Purgus to give the buff to the Charon. And that's all she wrote. Nice and easy Guild War, right? That was pretty easy. Wow, this guy actually has him on I forgot what the name of that artifact is. Holy Sacrifice. That's crazy. This is a really weird defense, to be honest with y'all. Really, really interesting defense. I don't know if it's good. Someone in my team did lose to this in my guild. So I don't know. Maybe he's onto something. But it was pretty easy. Even if we didn't kill the Rylait, we did have General Purgus tanking with Proof of Valor, so he's not getting one shot. We have the fucking Eclairy for sustain, and the Charon through miss because he has no Night Artifact should have been able to kill, right? So it was pretty easy, right? I don't know if the Stronghold actually is. So for this Stronghold, again, it's not hard, right? It's he does have Spectre T, and oh man, this just looks annoying, dude. No way to cleanse though, so we could take up a ton of AoE, and we could be fine, right? So we'll put the Rella Light to tank the Spectre Tenebria. Put the Dizzy here, and we'll put the Seaside with the Ruel. We should just be able to SSB it pretty easily. I hope. That's my hope, right? We could not. But we should be able to tank enough with our Ruel and S3 and do all that good stuff. For the second team, we are going to put Emil Haste. We are going to put Charon because I know we should be able to kill this Arbiter Vildred and get the extra turn. And we could put Spectre Tenebria here. And we probably should, just in case things go really, really wrong. But I want to play. So typically for this one, Emil Haste should do the job just fine. And then I could put someone like Spectre T in the back. And ideally, I'd put my Ruel here and then actually put General Purgus up there. Or some other light tank, right? Like Doris would be perfect here, right? So if I had Doris, I would put Doris here. And I put Ruel here just to be consistent with this. But because, again, we don't have access to those units, we do have to play a little bit more safe. I am pretty certain that we can get the kill onto this Rylait, right? I could also go with like a contingency plan with someone like a Kali that I know is faster. or Rylait, which I know is fast. So we'll actually go with Rylait. And even though this seems really aggressive, I'm pretty comfortable with my Kayron, and I'm very confident, right? So this is not taking a little bit of a risk, but with Emerald Haze here, I know I will always be able to kill this Arbiter. Like, once I kill this Arbiter Builder, is GG, done game, right? So we do outspeed. He does have a ton of barriers on his unit. We are gonna S3 here because there's no reason to not to. His what's her name? His Ruel's decently fast actually. We do land some debuffs. He will go on Ruel as we mentioned. This fight will take some time though, so it will take some time. We do land a ton of debuffs on this. Well, I do know that he does cleanse, so I almost want to save the S3, but we're still gonna go for it. Try to get some damage on. We actually might lose this one because I don't think I took enough damage. I should have brought someone that could do a little bit more damage. What is this team? Is that a prophetic candlestick Ruel? What? So he just has to go on Ruel because Ruel was taking a lot of hate. Interesting team. Very squishy. Very squishy. What's his name? T-Crossit. Like, he's just taking so much hate right now. So I think we just win because we outgeared, right? This team would have been a little bit scarier if he had a good Spectre Tenebria. This should force the S3 from the Ruel. And which means that once we kill the Seaside, it's good game for us, right? Then we just win. Alright, so he gets the counter attack. Gets the dual attacks, but I mean, Izzy's landing some debuffs on him. And we're going to be doing a ton of damage here. I almost want to start going for the... I'm surprised Ruel didn't S2 the... This Ruel did not care about that Spectre T in the back. I start going on the Ruel because this Ruel is also very squishy. And doesn't have any FRS for some reason. This should hopefully kill the Spectre T too. For some reason, very squishy team. I almost want to S1 here because I want the Ruel to S2 the T-Crossit instead of S2 herself. But I think she's going to S2 herself. Yeah, it feels bad. We're not going to use the S2 yet. So this Prophetic Candlestick, man, that's quite interesting. That's an interesting build. I will give him that. It's unique, right? So I got to give him credit where credit's due. I mean, it's working out for him, it seems. We're just going to S3 here. Wow, that's really weird. I've never seen one like this. This is taking a little bit longer than I would have liked, though. Could just Soulburn here. And potentially kill this T-Crossit, which I do believe has an Aureus. Alright, and then we just smack him. Hopefully we kill this Ruel. That could be a problem. So Prophetic Candlestick is going to be kind of annoying because of the S3. And I believe she already has S2 as well. That is kind of annoying actually. Because she's going to S2 herself here. Dude, is this like a annoying strat that he's got going on here? I mean, we also have our own Ruel, so we're not going to be losing anytime soon. This is kind of annoying. Alright, so this should proc our S2. Wow, kind of cool build, not gonna lie. I mean, it's definitely annoying. So there's that. Interesting. Let's hopefully land a slow debuff here. Because I do believe this Ruel already has S3 backup, which I think is insane. Oh, man. Yeah, what the heck? This Ruel is so wild. This is so annoying. This guy's just trying to... So ideally here we would have a Crow. We would have a Crow or a Dark Corvus. So I wish I had brought a Crow. What the heck is this, dude? This is just like a tilt strat. He's just trying to tilt me into surrendering. Thank you. We're just gonna have to S2 here. Because I still want my Dizzy to be able to use her skills. Wow, this was annoying. Better gear, he actually would have gotten a win off of me. Like, actually, not gonna lie. Okay, we win though. Not ideal. That was not ideal at all. Hindsight, we probably should have brought Crow if we had our Crow built. So hindsight 2020. Really wish I brought my Crow there. But okay. This is just literally waiting for me to eventually win. But we'll see how this goes. But yeah, so let's take a review of what we've done because this fight is gonna take way too long. What the heck? Prophetic Candlestick Roll is actually so annoying. So here, hindsight, I should have brought Crow. Because Crow would have been able to kill the Ruel. And like Crow, Ruel, you're never gonna kill, you're not gonna win. And then probably still kept the Dizzy. And then just Crowd to win, pretty much. And with that way I would have been able to kill the Ruel. The Spectane could have done whatever she wanted. We could have stunned her with Dizzy. We could have locked her down with Dizzy. And we still got the fight. So hindsight, we could have done a little bit better on this one. Definitely not as scary. Still won it. Could have gone more aggressive as well. So this is the type of times where like it's annoying playing safe. Because fights just take like this fight has already taken us 8 minutes. I'm probably gonna put this in the comments so you guys know where all the stuff is. Because this is ridiculous, y'all. This is taking a hot minute. But okay. Raw footage. But okay, that finally we killed the T-Crosser. That was really annoying actually. Interesting. Interesting Royal build. I probably should have checked the information for it. Okay. This one, again, pretty easy. We outspeed everyone. We do get the greater basket, which is nice. But even without the greater basket, I'm pretty sure my Charon kills. And if he doesn't, we also do have a Rylet to follow up, right? So it's... I was not worried at all. This guy just got outgeared. He probably would have beat me on the first one. The second one, it was definitely our game to win. Alright. Let's start chipping off this A-tie win. Nice. And hopefully the Ryler dodges. He dodges. Even if he doesn't, we don't need Ryler anymore this fight. He already does his job. I am going to S3 the ML here. Actually, I should have saved it for later. Because he can probably heal up the damage that my Charon does. Oh, it's a squishy one. So we actually might be able to just one-shot him. This might actually just end the fight. Yep. GG. Even if he didn't, we had the S3 from Charon. That's why I took him into that. So pretty safe. I was pretty confident with it. There's not a lot that could have gone wrong besides just the Arbiter Builder winning, right? But yeah, so I don't want to do another one because I don't want this to be a 30-minute video. In case y'all were wondering, my defense did get kind of clapped. I still have to fix my first team and my second team. But overall, yeah. Be consistent in your Guild Wars. Try to fight with teams that you know are going to work. Try to predict what your opponent is going to do. While cleaving is a lot quicker and is a lot funner to cleave, it can also cost you games if you're not careful with it. But that's all I have for you guys today, and I will see y'all next time. Peace.